this episode of One Lone Scotian. Cold, really, really cold. Here we are, Western Shore, Nova Scotia, just past Chester, just before Mahone Bay if you're heading down the South Shore. We're at the Legion for the annual Fish and Chip Rally. Huge turnout. I'm told over 512 machines registered, and the Brute Force is one of them. First ride of the 2026 season, first ride of the winter season. So this should be a telltale on a lot of things. I got myself some heated gloves, some FXR Skidoo pants that I bought last summer on a clear out sale, got a great price on them. And I've been trying goggles instead of a face shield because the face shields keep fogging up on me. So I'm just trying my luck with that to see how if the goggles will make a difference. So that's Natalie I'm talking to there, and Tim's driving, and Mike's right behind me. That's the crew that we're out with. Tim's got a bunch of friends with him from the Yarmouth area, Yarmouth-Pubnico area. Great group of people. I didn't manage to get any footage of us when we were stopped for breaks and things like that, but really great group of people. Good sense of humor, had some laughs. Everybody looked out for each other. It was a good time, but overall, the amount of people that turned out for this are crazy. And the machines here. There's every size and shape of side-by-side you can imagine. Realizing that the ATV community here in Nova Scotia, a lot of them go for the side-by-sides, and obviously it's the convenience and the comfort of them. The ability of the machines is just as good as the ATVs, but there are a fair amount of ATVs here as well, and the ATV community for four-wheelers and things was well represented, so good turnout from everybody in the community. Now Mike and I are here, and we managed to get separated from Tim and his crew, so we're just rallying up here at the first, and we're going to technically discuss our plans, and things may get too technical here, so if you don't understand what we're talking about, then I apologize.
Well, we were gonna, but let's just go. This is the rally, so.
Where'd he go?
I don't know.
Well, it's down that way.
Let's
He'll
go.
be stopped down there somewhere.
Yeah.
Like how we technically figured that one out. I don't know. Let's just go. Technical skill solving abilities. There's Mike on his King Quad. And we're going to get on our way here. Down through the Western Shore area of Nova Scotia. It's between Chester and Mahone Bay. Beautiful drive along the water. You get to see a lot of beautiful scenery and everything. It's got some really unique little locally owned restaurants and shops that are top notch. The little green canteen, I call it. They bake fresh bread and have some of the best clams and chips I've ever had. A little bit of info. I used to read meters down through this area for Nova Scotia Power about 15 years ago, and I know the area very well. The interesting thing is, with this ride, I got to see the area from a vantage point that I normally didn't get to see it, which was the backwoods and the ATV trails, which in their own right offer a lot of beauty to this community. So anybody looking to get out and explore Nova Scotia, if you haven't ventured Western Shore, give it a try. It's beautiful. You won't regret it. So right now we're just driving through the community, heading for the beautiful Nova Scotia wilderness, and we're using the railway beds, which are groomed and maintained by local volunteers. I rode thus far without the gloves turned on, but right here I decided to turn the gloves on because the hands were getting a little nippy. Turned them on to high, and within 5 minutes they were heated up really well, and I could turn them down to low, and I just maintained them the rest of the day, and my fingers stayed toasty warm. I decided to purchase the gloves with the heating elements through the fingers, back of the hand, and the palm, and again, they did not disappoint. Yeah, so the Osmo 360, again, first time using the camera. This is a vantage point from that. Any sections of the video using the Osmo 360 footage for anybody that's looking to see how the camera performs. I left the watermark down in the center, as you can see, so any footage that you're looking for Osmo 360 content, you'll be able to easily identify it. I know people that are thinking about buying the camera and stuff want to know how it performs, and I was pretty happy with it, except for the fact that it really makes me bounce around on the video footage. However, I think that can be rectified with positioning of where I mounted on the bike. Where I had it mounted was quite bouncy, to say the least. Now here I just left the camera on for a little bit while we were getting prepared. We actually caught up with Timmy and Natalie here. That's their side-by-side parked right behind me, but I kept the footage going just so everybody watching the video could enjoy the various types of machines here, and actually the amount of machines. And anybody that actually was in the rally, if they capture themselves on here, or they can get a view of themselves if they don't normally record themselves on their rides. So might be a little bit of content. If you see yourself in the video, if you happen to stumble upon my page from your algorithm, realizing that it likes my kind of content, yeah, if you see yourself on the video, just give a shout out in the comments or something. I'm new to the ATV community here in Nova Scotia, and just trying to learn my way around. So how you doing? How you doing? Right now we're just parked along on one of the trails that run alongside of the 103 highway in Nova Scotia that runs from Halifax down through the South Shore. Man, there's some machines.
Should I wait for you guys to swing out in front of me, or are you going to stay behind me and I'll just follow these fellas?
Yeah. You guys get in between or whatever. We'll just keep following.
Okay.
Like ready?
Watching myself walk back to my bike, it's like I walk like an old man, and then I realize I am an old man. Crazy. Tim, Mike, and I went to high school together, and I don't think the three of us have been together in 40 years, so this is what it can do for you. Bring you together. That's what it's supposed to do. Get us old people out the house, give us some motivation to do stuff on our time off. Working with the Milwaukee Packout system, and I'm pretty impressed so far. It's been a daunting chore to get it on the bike the way I want it, but a lot of aftermarket parts and people that are selling things that they're making themselves that really contributed to the system that I'm trying to put together. And as I get it put together better, I'll review it for people to watch and see and everything. Just gonna let everybody enjoy the video here for a little bit, and enjoy the parts of the Nova Scotia wilderness that haven't been touched by the sun, and notice how the snow stays on all the softwood and fir trees. It's quite beautiful, actually. So we're just gonna let everybody enjoy the video here for a few moments. A little bit of ambient music playing in the background. Hope you like it. into a little bit of congestion here, but I just sit tight and wait for my group or people I recognize to catch up, go by, whatever. Timmy going by with his Nickelback playing. I don't know if I'd show my face with that one, but just joking. Nickelback has its fans too. Get on the way here and do some more driving, and notice I have the FXR snowmobile pants on. Picked them up last year from revco.ca. You won't believe the price. I got them for $50 brand new, and they had them listed for $4.99 regular price, which I don't believe. I think they were around $3.50 regular price from where I could see on other websites and things like that. But either way, I got them for $50, and I'll tell you, this is my first cold ride out with those pants, and they did not disappoint. From the cuff by my ankle right up to my waist, everywhere those pants covered stayed toasty warm. And even when I had to open the vents in the afternoon when things got a little warmer, they were perfectly climate controlled. I have nothing bad to say about FXR pants, or the ones that I have anyway. Amazing gear. Yeah, you can check this story out a little bit later on in the video. Keep watching, and the explanation will come out for this one. It's quite entertaining, actually. I'm sure you'll get a chuckle out of it. So anyway, Mike waited for me after my little mishap there, and off we went again. Hopefully the sun flickering at the top of the screen doesn't bother anybody. I think it adds a nice effect to the video, which is why I chose some of this footage. Man, the amount of footage I had to go through with that 360 camera, it's crazy. Got to give a shout out to the volunteers, and I'm sure it's the Shore Riders ATV Club running everything, but the trails and bridges and things through this area were beautiful, well maintained, nothing questionable, nothing in the way, very good riding, beautiful scenery. I mean, think of going along this river and stuff. I've been here 56 years, and I still find areas that amaze me. Maybe it's because as I'm getting older, I learn to appreciate my environment a little more. So we decided to stop here and take a little break. Right here is where you'll get the rest of the story from that little situation earlier. And we had a little snack here, had a few laughs, made sure the group was all together, and then we headed out on the rest of the ride. But it's nice to have these little breaks when there's people you know. When you're on a ride and you don't know anybody, it's a little bit unnerving, like you don't have anyone to talk to, but these little break areas are nice.
I'm sitting here, I'd tell you this one, and this is the God's honest truth. I'm following along behind, and I'm seeing your helmet in the passenger seat, and I'm thinking to myself, Timmy's such a pussy, ha ha, this woman's got to drive him. And just as I'm thinking that, we come to a corner, and she whips the tail and brings it back and everything, and I'm like, yeah, watch this, bam, right in the ditch.
No!
Oh yeah.
Is that why you guys were behind us?
Yeah.
Yep. Don't you hate it when a chick makes you look bad?
Oh yeah, I deserve that, man, 100%.
That was a good little drift I did on that
That
corner
was
too.
nice.
Yeah.
Really like the view with the sun shining through the trees there. It really looks nice and tranquil. Just sitting here watching the video thinking, the Bighorn 2.0 tires, if anybody wants to know how they're performing in the snow, again, I'm running 26.9 by 12s in the front, 26.11 by 12s in the back. 6 psi air pressure, and I'm happy to report with the rear tires, traction was not an issue. If I got on soft snow, it dug through to the ground underneath and it got me traction. I didn't have any problem. However, the front tires, I don't know if it's PSI related or just the traction with the tires or whatever. It seemed, and the snow we have is it's been cold for the whole week, so the snow is light. It's not packy. It's fluffy, and it's almost like sandy dust. I found quite often that if I was going along and I went to turn a corner or something, they didn't bite in like I thought they should, and I ended up pushing a lot of snow rather than actually starting my turn. I'd end up having to slow down a little bit or whatever to get repositioned and get on my way, but I was concerned that they weren't giving me the grip that I should. Now again, I'll play around with PSI and stuff like that, and the rear tires, as I stated, no problems at all. I was impressed with those, but the front just didn't seem to give me the traction that I wanted. I don't know if it's characteristic of the tires themselves or what, but I'll pay attention and relay any information or feedback that I figure out or get off of them. We're all here to learn together, so. Going across the power line here. Don't know what the delay was, but we're making it. Can't state how impressed I was with the trails and the effort that went into this rally. It's amazing. Nice area to ride into. I can imagine in the summertime it's nice. This point of the day, I think we're up to around -5 Celsius. Again, with the riding and the motion and everything like that, you stayed quite warm if you had proper gear. So here we are, we're arriving to the lunch area. We found a little spot for our group that was just before the fish and chip truck and the pulled pork truck. And I had a lunch pack with me and didn't feel like venturing over to the fish and chip truck, so unfortunately I didn't get any footage of the fish and chip truck, and I don't have any feedback on how the fish and chips were. My apologies for that. I realize that I should be getting that information for people watching the video in case they're using it to decide if they want to go next year on this run or anything. And that's what I try to do. I try to be informative so the viewers can make decisions for themselves on these type of rides and things like that. So again, my apologies for not getting any of that information for you. But we'll stop here for lunch, and then I'm just going to skip along and go right back into the ride. I just pulled in here behind Tim so I didn't obstruct anybody, and we gathered up our group and took about an hour to relax and catch up on stories and stuff. Yeah, so here we are, and conservation officers decided that they wanted to get involved with the rally and
Right there.
Yep.
check for our daytime running lights and registration.
You're all good. Have a good one.
Nothing else? I had all my paperwork in here ready to go.
Well, then I want to see it.
Oh, now you're gonna make me unlatch it. Have a good one, bud. Thank you.
So yeah, I had the paperwork ready because I thought they were going to check insurance and all that stuff, but no, they were just checking daytime running lights and registration. So we kept on our way. I'm doing this ride again next year. Next year I'm getting fish and chips. You got to do these things more than once to prepare yourself and know what you're in for. I wasn't ready for the whole experience. So here we are, sitting back waiting for one of the lead of the group to decide which way we got to go, and we'll be on our way again. Just to add in, any of the viewers out there watching, Nova Scotia ATV community, if you have a group of friends that you ride with and you would like to get a video on YouTube and you don't currently have the ability to do that, reach out and we'll see if we can arrange a ride sometime this season and get everybody on there. It's nice to get videos on so relatives and friends and stuff can see, and people like Mike can enjoy themselves spinning out again, like I did earlier. So now, folks, as we wind down this video, I want to thank everybody involved, especially you, the viewers, for spending now almost an hour of your day or your time on my content. I really appreciate it, and if you have any suggestions or things you'd like to see in future videos, by all means, let me know.